Hey guys, today's video is going to be for the legs. Last week we did a little bit of a Pilates. Today we're going to do more traditional strength training. And before you tell me, my knees hurt when I squat, my knees hurt when I lunge, we're going to work through that. These are standard exercises. You have to know how to squat to protect your back. So we're going to start nice and easy with just a warm up. We're lifting those knees. I'm going to walk you through this. I know that traditional strength training cannot be as fun, but feel free. Turn on the music you like. Kind of just watch as I go, follow along, listen for those little cues that I'm gonna give, but this is your workout. So do what you need to make it enjoyable. We're gonna go to a little jumping jack, a little modified. If you're crazy and you want to take it up, remember, we can always go here. It's your level, your workout. Take it to what feels good to you. Just tapping it out. Warming up those arms now, warming up those legs. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna bend those arms, a little twist side to side. Warming up that core. There's a soft bend in my knees. My hips aren't moving. I'm just making that rotation at my core, warming everything up. For 3, 2, 1. We're gonna take that step side to side. Little old school aerobics here, you know, those little leg warmers. Do your thing. We're warming up. We're getting that body moving. I'm moving my arms, I'm moving my legs. We're gonna do those more traditional style leg movements. So we're gonna start right here with just a squat. Nice and easy, squatting down. We're just warming up still. So watch, my tailbone's coming back, my chest is staying up. I like to put my hands in prayer pose, however you want. It's just the warm up. So listen to your body, but I want you to think about keeping that chest up, sticking that tailbone back behind you, taking the pressure off of those knees. For 3, 2, 1, we're gonna bring those feet close together. So a little yoga, chair pose. We're sticking that tailbone down, we're reaching those arms up, we're coming back, we're pushing behind us. Side view here, squatting down, pushing behind you, squatting down. You don't have to go as low as me. You don't have to go as fast as me. This isn't about just doing exactly what I'm doing. It's about you getting your workout in. This is about you, what feels good to you, what your flexibility is like in your body. One more. Then we're gonna open up those hips. Little hip openers, these are my favorites. If you need to keep your legs down here, that's fine. You want to listen to your body. We're going to work on increasing that flexibility, increasing that range of motion as we go along. Let's do 2 more on each side. Really make sure that that body got warm. And relax. Okay, hoping you're feeling a little warm. I know I am. We're going to start nice and easy squats. You can use no weights at all. You can use body weight. You can use light weights, heavy weights. This is your workout, your level. I'm gonna start with some weights. I'm gonna rack them up on my shoulders. I find that when I rack them up on my shoulders, I stay up straight. When I rack them down here, I have a tendency to lean forward, and I don't want you to mess up your back when we're doing these. So I'm gonna pop those weights right up to my shoulders. My feet are about shoulder width apart. I have a soft bend in my knee. My head is up. I'm looking forward at the wall in front of us. We're gonna go for 10. I'm sticking my tailbone back behind me. Remember, you don't have to go as low as me. Your workout, your level. Listen to your body. Let's get 5 more here. Breathe through it. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and break that. Bring those weights back down. Remember, you do not have to hold weights. Little breath here. We're gonna go into an alternating reverse lunge. So you can keep your weights here because the momentum is going backwards. It still makes me want to lean forward, so I normally always rack my weights. You're going to take a step back, lower that knee towards that ground. Step forward. I'm going slow because I care more about feeling the way that my knee is bending, keeping my head up, my chest up. Your knee does not need to come all the way down towards the ground. It can come right here, it can come here. The fact is that you're getting the motion. This is still a lunge just as much as that is a lunge. So listen to your body. We're gonna go 5 more each side. Keeping that chest up, head up. You're doing great. Three more each side. Find something on the wall in front of you. Keep your focus there. Try not to look down. You're moving forward in life. Everything behind you, everything on the ground, it's over. We're not looking that way anymore. 1 more each side. One more. Excellent. I'll put my weights down. Those shoulders are working just by holding them up. Those arms are working. Shake out those legs. Now you can notice that I'm barefoot, just in socks. It's a preference. Some videos only have shoes on. Some videos I may just be in my socks. Some videos I may be barefoot. Shoes are better for traditional strength training. I normally have shoes on for strength training, but I just ran a half marathon on Saturday, so I'm just kind of letting my feet do their own thing today. Okay, getting back to it. Now we're gonna go into a deadlift. This is an exercise that a lot of people are like, it hurts my back, it doesn't feel right. I get it. We don't want that to happen, and it shouldn't be happening if you're doing it correctly. So your feet are about shoulder width apart. You have a soft bend in your knees. We're never locking out joints. We're hinging at those hips. We're only lowering as low as we can till we feel that engagement right at the back of that leg. So as soon as I feel that engagement, that little pull in my hamstrings, I'm gonna squeeze my butt all the way to the top. So again, soft bend in your knees, I'm hinging forward. You don't have to go all the way down to the ground. As soon as I feel my hamstrings, I squeeze my glutes and I push up to protect my back. This motion is not coming from your back. Soft bend in those knees, hinging forward. As soon as I feel those hamstrings, I'm squeezing, coming back up. 6 more. This is a nice, slow motion. I'm keeping my back flat, and then I'm squeezing my glutes as tight as I can. Slow lower. Squeezing those glutes. Nice and slow. As soon as I feel it, I'm gonna squeeze before I round that back. Before I do anything to make that back work, my glutes are firing, protecting that lower spine. We got 4 more in us. You got this. Hinge at those hips. Squeeze those glutes, pop it back up. Squeeze those glutes, pop it back up. One more. Hinging down, squeezing back up. Whew. That's a little bun burner if you do that right. Shouldn't be feeling it in your lower back. It's getting down to that motion, squeezing those glutes, making the glutes and the hamstring be what pulls you back up. We're gonna go to a sumo squat. For a sumo squat, I only ever use one weight or a kettlebell, just because I don't want to hinge forward. So a sumo squat, those feet are turned out. My knee is tracking with my toes. My feet are not turned out where that my knee is crooked, getting pushed to the side. My toes are in line with those knees. I rack that weight here, making sure that my head is up, my chest is up, and I'm dropping through the center, pushing up through my heels. Lower, push up through those heels. Think about having eagle feet. Digging those toes and those heels, gripping the ground. Pushing up. You got this. Let's go for 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it back up. Good work, good work. We're getting those legs. We're gonna go into those calf raises. Your calf is right here. A lot of people get worried that if they do calf raises, it may make that area bulky. It's actually going to slim and lengthen that muscle. That's exactly what you want for those long, sleek legs. You can hold on to dumbbells. Again, you can do them body weight. My feet again, are hip width apart. There's a soft bend on my knees. I'm pushing up through my toes and lifting my heels, slow lower. I'm never letting my heels come all the way back down. I'm keeping them just a slight hover. Slight hover. Another reason that I didn't wear shoes for this video is I just wanted you guys to see the movement of my feet more clearer. But normally I will have shoes on for all strength training. Keep pushing it up, just like you're putting those stilettos on, ladies. Put them on, make those legs long, strong, and sexy. Let's get it done. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. 1. Nice work, nice work. We're gonna go into a lateral lunge. So again, I'm just gonna hold one weight at my chest. My legs are gonna go out wide. I'm gonna step, come out. As you can see, the minute I went to the side, my toes turned out a little bit. I'm not locking it forward. This isn't a good motion for that knee. I'm letting those toes, letting that knee track with those toes. So let's go for 10 on the side. 10, take your time. We're pushing back up just to get a little bit extra out of that hamstring and that calf by pushing up off the ground. Five more. Three, 2, 1. Switching to the other side now. Again, watching how my toe turns out. My knee's tracking over that foot. I'm not trying to put any extra pressure on that knee. Take this as low or as high. This is still a lateral lunge. Does not have to go as low as me. Listen to your body. 5 more. 3, 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. Shake those legs out a little bit. I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it? Get those legs in there. You want to keep that blood flow going, keep those legs moving. We're going to take those lunges forward. I'm going to go back to holding both of the weights, wrapping them up top. This time, we're going to alternate, but we're going to step forward. So we're stepping forward. I'm keeping my head up, chest up, stepping back. Head up, chest up, stepping back. Sorry, we're going to front. Stepping forward, keeping my head up, my chest up, keeping my gaze right at front of me. Remember, that knee does not have to come down very low. We're just thinking 90 degrees back knee, 90 degrees front knee. You do you. There's always options here. 5 more. Remember that you're stepping forward like I did earlier where I went to step back. That one feels more natural, but we want to step forward. We use slightly different muscles. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. Okay, we're going to go to good mornings. Again, working that hamstring, working those glutes. Just one weight. Soft bend in my knees. My feet are hip width apart. I'm going to hinge at those hips. No lower than those hips. Just when I feel the engagement in those glutes, squeezing those glutes, coming right back up, just like you would the deadlift. You don't have to hold on to a weight. You can always put that weight down. Keep those hands in the center. Hinge at those hips. My back is staying flat. I'm not coming any lower than that hip. I'm squeezing those glutes, bringing myself back up straight. Hinging. Squeezing. Hinge only as low. As soon as I start to feel those hamstrings start to fire right back here, I'm squeezing those glutes. You can use that weight for a little bit extra. You might want to start without the weight so you're comfortable with this movement. More. 3. 'Remember, take your time. You do not have to go as fast as me. Listen to your body. Squeeze those glutes. Push up. Go ahead and put it down. Shake out those legs a little bit. They're doing a lot of hard work. We're just kind of giving you a taste of a couple of the leg exercises. You will find next time that I do more of the standard leg exercises, we're gonna do those in sets. So sets are gonna be, we're gonna do 10 squats, take a break, 10 more squats. Today, I'm just wanting you to get an idea of what leg exercises are the most common. We're not doing the repetitions because I want to make sure that we're not hurting any knees, any backs, that you're learning to track that knee, push that tailbone back, keep that chest up, gaze ahead of you before we work on anything else, before we try to lift maybe a little bit heavier weights. Start with 5s, 10s, 15s, wherever you're at in your fitness journey. So I'm just stepping it out. We're gonna do one more round of a couple different exercises. Then we're gonna stretch, and that's it for your first day. Crushed it. So I'm gonna start back with that one weight. This time we are gonna do that narrow squat. So feet can be touching, feet can be close together, soft bend in that knee. I'm still keeping my chest up, my tailbone's dropping behind me. This is a perfect height for these squats. Coming up, down, up. Gaze is tracking in front of you. We're sticking that tailbone back, keeping that chest up. You don't need to go very low in these. 5 more. Bring my toes a little bit closer together. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Excellent. Shake those legs out. We're going to go back into one more set of those calf raises. This time our heels together, our toes apart in that V shape. Soft bend still in my knees. I'm lifting up, bringing those heels. This time I'm letting them touch the ground. Lift up, down, up, down. Breathing through it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow lower. Shaking those legs out. We're going to go into that curtsy. So our feet hip width apart. You're going to take one leg. You're going to step it at diagonal, dropping that knee towards the ground, stepping back up forward. What it looks like from the side, stepping back and across. I'm going to show you my back just so you get an idea. I'm stepping back, cross, coming back up. So we're going to do that on the same side for 10, stepping back and across. Remember, you do not need to hold your weights. You can rack them up high. Oh, I said we'd stay on the same side, and then I started switching. See, even the instructor messes up sometimes. 10, 9, 8, my head's staying up. Remember, you can do this without weights. If it gets too heavy, you can drop those weights. Keep your head up still. We're still stepping back. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go on to that other side. Remember, if you did use your weights on one side, you need to use them on the other side. You do not want to cause a muscle imbalance. So we're stepping back and diagonal. Same thing, I'm going to turn to my side so you can see. I'm stepping diagonally and down. 1 more, in reverse. Down, up, and we got 7 more. Staying on this side. I promise not to start alternating sides, trick you again. 5. Remember, you don't have to go very low. It can be just a little bit of a bend. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. So good, guys, so good. Let's just go a little bit of march. Normally when you're warming up, I always tell you to bring those knees to your hips. But when we're cooling down, we're using that march just to get the blood flow from our hips to our toes. The knees don't have to come just as high. We're trying to bring that heart rate down nice and slow. Still moving that body, moving into these dynamic stretches before we go into the static, those hold stretches. So we're gonna plant those feet. I'm planting them about shoulder width apart. You can hold on to something, or if you have good balance, bring that heel up to those glutes. Bring that pelvis slightly forward. So I'm gonna show you that side view, grabbing that foot, bring that pelvis slightly forward, stretching out the front of that leg, that quad. We're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, slow lower. Gonna go on to that other side. That leg's coming up. I'm finding my balance here. You can use a wall, a chair, anything you need to for balance, and bring that pelvis slightly forward, stretching out the front of that leg. We're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. I'm going to bring that foot slightly in front of me. I'm going to kick up those toes, keeping that soft bend in the left knee. I'm going to hinge forward, stretching out that hamstring. My chest is still up. I'm not dumping my body into that leg. Just as much as I can comfortably do without overstretching, just until you feel that stretch. And then coming on the other side, kicking those toes up. Knee bent on supporting, knee bent on the one that we are stretching, getting that hamstring. I'm keeping my spine in alignment. I'm not dropping my head or craning my neck. For 3, 2, 1. We're going to take a step off to the side. Again, my toes are turning out. I'm leaning into this side. And then I'm going to reach towards that back leg so I can stretch out some of that inner thigh. Those sumo squats will activate those inner thighs. For 3, 2, 1. Other side. Again, as soon as I start to turn, this comes naturally to me, but not because a lot of times we're taught this is how you do it, and it's just too much pressure on that knee joint, and we want to protect our joints. So my toes now know just to turn out. So we're going to lean into this side. Then I'm going to stretch back towards. Only stretch to what your body can withstand. Remember, this is your workout. If something doesn't feel right, stop. Bringing it forward, coming in. I'm heel toeing those feet in. I'm going to keep a soft bend in that knee. I'm going to hinge all the way forward. I can touch the ground. If you can't, if this is where you go, this is where you go. Remember, this is about your flexibility. You have to start where you start, honor where you're at, and then over time, we can slowly start increasing that mobility, that flexibility, and that depth. Slowly rounding that spine up. And coming back up to standing. That was it. So that was a little bit more of traditional strength training exercises. I know I threw a bunch at you, but I just really wanted you to be able to get a couple reps in, feel how they're supposed to feel, see if you were doing them wrong over time, if any of my cueing helped keep you in line, help them feel better, and then we're going to work up to getting more sets, more strength training, and getting you the body that you want. I'll see you next time.